Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Gonna have a crossout video for us today. Now today's video is going to be a bit of a shorter one. I just wanted to do something highlighting the best weapons and the best type of builds you can use for Battle for Uranium this week. Obviously, because it's a new game mode, there are a bunch of different builds out there, and there seems to be a lot of people not too sure about what to run. Now, I will start this off by saying that the best types of builds to run for Battle Royale this week are, unsurprisingly, the mechs. They have significantly, no, they have quite significant advantages over the majority of builds. What you'll see a lot on console Battle Royale this week is a lot of wheeled cars, and the mechs have huge advantages over those. Firstly, you can keep your front face towards the enemy a lot easier in a mech than you can a wheeled car. You have, for the most part, more durability, more mobility, and your guns have the height advantage over the enemy. So you do feel like you are at a significant advantage when you use the mechs. So I would definitely recommend using one of those. The nice thing, I suppose, about using the mechs is that all three are rather viable. Just depends on your playstyle. If you're a light, medium, or heavy build kind of enjoyer, but they're all pretty good at what they do. So that's nice. In terms of the weapons that you want to use on your mechs, basically the meta for this week, which is actually a pretty good thing, is essentially ranged legendaries. Now, since the change to the regions and the worlds, you don't see too many epics just because they tend not to hit hard enough against like the big guys. So you won't see epics much. You won't see relics either, just because there's a 12,000 cap on the power score. So if you were to run, say, a relic mech, for the most part, your build is going to suffer in terms of what it can do because you have to accommodate all that power score. So legendary seems to be the really nice balance of effectiveness and power score. Because of the playstyle itself, all of the mechs are quite fast and maneuverable, so it's quite fast paced. Hence, you tend to need weapons that have good range. So you'll see a lot of like ranged legendary guns will do the best in mech wars. Things like legendary cannons, legendary auto cannons, swarms, legendary artillery, they'll do alright as well. Just because they are able to fight at most ranges, and they like catching up to a mech is surprisingly difficult. So you're going to need something with good range. In terms of what legendary ranged weapons you can use, it doesn't really matter. If you're looking for the best or the most meta weapon to use for this mech wars, it's definitely going to be cyclones, like the build in front of me. The weapons themselves have really good durability. They also have really good damage and really good range. You can The nice little trick with cyclones is that you can put them if you're sorry. A nice little trick with mechs is that if you have weapons that are mounted to the roof and you're worried about them getting shot off, you can equip them with a golden eagle. Now this will give you 30% damage resist because you only have two movement parts, so that's a really nice trick. And yeah, cyclones are basically something this week that can fight anything. Doesn't matter if you're pushing the enemy or the enemy is pushing you, you can fight them at any range and you can do really well. If you're looking for something that's a bit more fun, then you can go with legendary cannon builds, which is like I've been doing this week. The legendary compilers, the mammoths, the pulsars, and even something like a kaiju will all do really well. All you really have to do is put them on top of the build, and like I said, you can fight the mechs at any range or fight any enemy at any range, and it's just really reliable. So that's pretty much all I wanted to cover, guys. Is that if you are looking for a build archetype to run in Mech Wars this week, probably going to want to be a mech build like this with legendary ranged weapons, either on top or mounted either side of the cab, and that will do you really well in the majority of situations. I will probably run this Cyclone build for a video tomorrow just to show off how easy it is to use. But yeah, I just figured I'd do the video, guys, and say that if you are running running Battle for Uranium this week, don't, in my opinion, don't run the wheeled builds because you're gonna have a really hard time making that work. If I'm honest, mech builds are just gonna be the strongest. So yeah, like, thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video.